Hi guys, how are you doing? I am recording, yes. Before anyone asks, hi everyone. Let me just make sure I've got everything. It's time to have a little listen. How are you all doing? How is your Tuesday going? Huh? Good? Hi. So today I'm attempting to do the stream without my studio monitors. Good. I'm glad that you... Oh, Zerik's not good. Yeah, we'll help turn that around. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. So I think I might just try to talk a little bit softer. Oh no, I think my levels are okay. So I had to yesterday. I sent my studio monitors off to be cleaned. So I'm literally just using the sound through the TV monitor. So because of that, I'm gonna get a slightly different sound to what I'm used to. They're quite bass heavy, like the internal speakers of a TV. So I'm going to be listening off that. So I am going to prefix anything that I say today based upon the fact that I'm not listening through flat response studio monitors. But it's fine. I mean, I could wear headphones, but I think it's okay. I don't think it's a problem. I'm just aware that things sound a bit different. So the new desk is great. Thank you for asking. Yeah, I love it. I have room for rack mount stuff, which I've got next door. But that's going to require a patch bay because I've only got a 4-in 4-out. I only had a 2-in 2-out audio interface. I got a 4-in 4-out, and I wish I went for the 6-in 6-out. But the problem is I'm always going to run out of ins and outs. You know how it is. You know how we do. So I think I'm just going to get a patch bay. We've got so much more room for activities. You know it. You know it, babes. So yeah, welcome in. Hi, Sam. The t-shirt. This is a t-shirt company that I'm sponsored by. Subvert Society. There you go. I think there's a little thing for you there. There you go. Get your raver t-shirt fix at Subvert. Subvert-society.com. Yeah, I've got a few of them. They let me have them for free, and then I tell people about the brand. So yeah. Pizza Illuminati. Oh, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? It'd be nice if the Illuminati was real. But you know what? I don't think it is. I don't think the Illuminati is the Illuminati. I think it's something else. Ooh. Hi, Kelly. Something's going on, isn't it? But I don't think it's that. Like, it would be the worst secret group, wouldn't it? Because everyone knows about it. What's the first rule of the Illuminati Club? You don't talk about Illuminati Club. Unless it's a double bluff. And it is true. But they just were like, yeah. As if it's real. Like, why would you know about it if it was? And then it's hidden in plain sight. God, I feel like this is the early 2010s at the height of my mental health issues and depression. Yay. Oh, fun times. Oh, the YouTube rabbit holes. Oh, what a time to be alive. Hi, Ferg. How you doing, mate? Oh, sorry, I'm eating... Just having my cherry Bakewell flapjack greys. I'm not sponsored by them yet, but I'm hoping. The earth is flat. Cool. I mean, it looks flat, so it's got to be, hasn't it, right? I mean, I'm not blind. When I look at it, it looks flat, so therefore it's definitely flat. It'd be stupid to think anything else. Are the t-shirts or greys for discount for your promo code? I don't think I've got a promo code for the t-shirts. I'm also sponsored by Oodie. You know Oodie, don't you? Oodie, the hoodies, which are nice. There you go. Use code DJAmberD to get £35 or dollars off your Oodie. See if it still works. It should still work. And also I'm sponsored by Smuggling Duds. And I think you get 10% off that. There you go. Amber D10 to get 10% off Smuggling Duds. They do some really cool stuff. Pants with pockets, yeah. To store your items in. I don't know what you would want to put in your pants. Ha! But it's got pockets for you for little items. You know, you might want to put, I don't know, a crayon in there. How about maybe your lipstick next to your lipstick? You work it out. Hi, JLF. Yeah, you could put anything in one of those pockets. A little pencil. A little notebook. Could you imagine if you got searched and you just had some really random stuff like that in your pants? Like, and they would, like a tiny little notebook. And then, like, you just wrote just, like, really random stuff in it, like idiot, cunt. Sorry, I shouldn't say that word because it's going on YouTube. A flapjack. A little treat for later. Tic Tacs. Yeah. Or you forgot that they were there and, you know, you were out on a Tinder date or something and then things got to that place. And then they put the hands down your pants and they were like, oh, what's that? Oh, little snack. Hello, Lance. A Grey's flapjack. Yeah. And it's all like been heated up by bodily heat and it's all like congealed. Yeah. Oh, do you know what? That would seal the deal for me. That would be love at first touch. Hi, Jamie. No, we've just started. Okay, so now we've got the niceties out of the way. Let's get started. So if there are any weird artifacts in the sound, just let me know. The only thing that you'll probably hear is when I unmute my microphone, you might hear a little bit of doubling up momentarily because I have to have the music up a little bit louder because I don't have any individual attenuation control this end on my sound card because I'm listening straight through the TV. No worries, C. James. You take your time, mate. So, okay. Right, so the first one that we got is Adam Taylor, Freed from Desire. He's done a remix of it.
his strong beliefs. My lover's got no fame, he's got his strong beliefs. My lover's got no money, he's got his strong beliefs. Want more and more, people just want more and more freedom and love. What he's looking for, want more and more, people just want more and more freedom and love. What he's looking for, freed from desire, mind and senses purify it, freed from desire, mind and senses purify it, freed from desire, mind and senses purify it, freed from desire. Na 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 na.
Okay, there we go. Adam Taylor, Freed from Desire. Great little cheeky remix there. Yeah. I think it'll do well. It's a well-produced donk track, and who doesn't love that vocal? Yeah, it's been done a million times, so what's wrong with doing one more? Could do with a little more variation, says Lance. I kind of agree to a degree, because the thing is with that kind of bounce is it's supposed to be really simple, quite short tracks, so there's not really much else you can do with that, unless you were going to go off in like maybe a Tom Berry or a kind of DJ Campbell kind of a way, and like, you know, send it off into something else kind of thing. But I think if you're just going to do something that's just like a very like simple remix in a, you know, a bounce style, that's definitely what you would get. But I think this is where I have a love hate, not hate because that's far too strong. I have a love and then disinterest sometimes with bounce, because I can just be over bounced, like literally. I do like, I love bounce music. I'll always play bounce, but I found that like at points where I played like a lot of bounce or played a purely bounce set, I get quite tired about it. You know what I mean? Of it. Yeah, it requires, like, I think it loses its beauty. I'm not talking about this song now at all. I'm talking about like as a DJ, overbounced. But yeah, I really enjoyed its simplicity as well, Jamie. I think it was I think for this style, if you wanted to get a track signed right to a label, this is how you would go about doing it. So you got to make a decision when you're making a track. Are you making the track because you want to get it signed to a label, or are you developing your sound and sticking to that? Because they're not always going to be the same thing, and they're also not always going to be mutually exclusive either. But I think it depends on the intention. I think the intention with Adam behind this is to get it signed, get it out there, to get gain more exposure as a DJ and as a producer. So I think in terms of that, it's a safer option just to try and keep it as quite a simple remix. That would be like what I would do as well if I was going to do a remix like this. I'd probably try and keep it quite simple. But if it was for my own exploration, I'd probably mess around with it a bit more. I might do like a different chord progression. I might even try out my own little counter melody or something as well. So yeah, I think it's all depending on what your end goal is for that track. Something that I found really helpful as a mindset recently, me and Guy were talking about this, was because I don't feel like I do enough exploration anymore in my studio. I don't feel like I spend enough time in a childlike, innocent mindset, blue sky thinking, not wanting there to be this other end of it reason for doing it. And I think this is why, for me personally, I have recently been quite stressed with finishing music, because I've made quite a lot of music that's been signed to labels recently. I've been commissioned to do a lot of remixes, so they all have to be of a decent quality. They all had to be finished within a certain time frame, and I did a lot of them within the space of a few months, and I felt like the beginnings of burnout from that. And I also felt the beginnings of, I'm getting bored now with this formula, even though I knew it was what the client wanted, and I knew that it would end up with a result that would be very listenable for an audience, for that label, blah, blah, blah. I felt like I was getting a bit itchy feet with it. And so now I found, me and Guy were talking about this the other day, I found that I want to have in my mindset, and maybe this will help you guys as well, I am going to think of myself as a bedroom producer for a bit, as someone that's probably just stepped into it, and just having that switch of mindset, as in, this track doesn't need to be a finished item. This track doesn't need to be anything to anyone else except for me. And just when he said that to me, when he said, you need to think about yourself, or it might be helpful for you to think of yourself as a bedroom producer for a bit, I was like, oh, of course. No consequences. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what it sounds like in the end. All that matters is that I am exploring. I remember doing it. My Minotaur, right? I would sit there for ages just jamming. I haven't had that on for a while. I mean, it was set up to my DJ setup for a while, but this is what I mean about having free time in your studio. No like expectations, just innocent exploration. Where is this taking me? Some guy called Pete says, you need a life. Was it? What did you say? You need to start a track you can dip in and out of and just play around with. Yeah, exactly. Anything that will work for you. Anything that will work for you. It joins the portfolio of progression. Oh, Becky, that's a beautiful, beautiful way of saying it. Yes. Kelly says, I'm a bedroom DJ and I love it. So I've got to impress anyone but myself. You got to impress Max. But you understand what I'm saying, don't you? It sounds dead selfish, don't it, when you say you only make music for yourself, but it gets the best results. Yeah. It has to be true, though. Like, I have sometimes kidded myself by saying, oh, yeah, I'm just doing it for me. I think I have sometimes as well, but not recently. Not recently. And I feel... I've just seen Gav's message there. Yeah, Gav, I need to get that out. She's Not a Christian song. Yeah, do you know, that's one of my favourite tracks that I've made. I think it sounds really good. And yeah, that was a bit of just like creative, you know, messing around and stuff. And you're right, Gav, thank you for bringing that up, actually, because that was a lot of fun making that tune because of the meme aspect to it, where we got the sample from, and also making the whole track on my live stream with you guys being in the chat as well. But yeah, like Kid Dynamo says, you know, making music for yourself, it does get the best results because there's no formula for this, is there? There's no because if there was, I mean, I think there's ways that people can manipulate people liking a certain genre or even a certain tune by getting it exposed to more people out there and all the rest of it. But fundamentally, there is no written formula that we can do time and time again to get the same results. And I quite like that. I quite like that it's in the no thinking, it's in the flow state that our best work can come to the surface. I very rarely go into the studio with a specific idea, says Lance. Usually if I do, it's because I've heard a vocal sample and I want to use it. Cool. Twiddles here. Hello, mate. Oh, Control 4. Yeah, I need to send it you. Don't send me an email. Send me a Facebook message again. I wonder if I can find it while I'm here, actually, so I don't forget again. Hello, Mr. McNeil. Every track I make is for me. Half of them have never seen the light of day. That's the best way. That's the best way. Yeah. You have your way. I have my way. As for the right and only way, it does not exist. Yeah, it's so subjective. Completely. Yeah, good talk, guys. But yeah, Adam, I really like this tune. I'm going to be playing it in my bounce sets. That's exactly what it says on the tin, and it's a great bounce tune. So thank you very much for sending it in. Next up, we've got April Maizie, and this is a track called Remember.
stay like that forever. Now the fire's turned to cold, and the mysteries run cold. While we're here, I can't remember.
There we go. That is Remember April, Maizie. I really like this tune. Very, very nicely made trance track. With something that I don't hear that often, which is, hang on, let me just open up my Twitch because I need to send a whisper to Control 4. A whisper. Oh, it's me. Control 4, can you just send me a whisper, please, so I can send you this link? Because I've just sorted out the MIDI files for you while we're listening to that. Because I know I'll forget again. Yeah, I like, what's a whisper? It's a private message on here. So that's me. Just click on my name and then it will say send whisper and you'll be able to whisper me. And then I'll be able to send you this link for the parts. I don't usually hear male vocals in trance. It's not a chocolate bar. Well, it is a chocolate bar. It is. Don't talk about chocolate, please. Please. I'm 8 stone 8 at the moment. 8 stone 8. I was 123 pounds this morning. I've not been that for a long time. Please don't talk to me about chocolate. I really want some chocolate now. Oh. Yeah, I haven't heard a male. I don't hear many male vocals, and I love hearing male vocals. I find that it makes me remember the track quite a bit more. So, hi Hustler, how you doing? Tony's got Slimming World tomorrow. Cool. That's awesome. Yeah, I do really like this tune, and I definitely will be playing this in my own sets as well. So thank you, April, for sending it. I can't really say much else. There's nothing really that was standing out as being in any way, shape or form unbalanced or I didn't like about it. Everything was great. Arrangement, the instruments stylistically, the sounds, the runner bass in there, the all the bass layers, everything sounded really nice. Really, really nice. So yeah, thank you for sending it in. And can you guys go and follow April? I'm going to put the link for April's SoundCloud in the chat now. There you go. I'll just send these parts over to Control 4. Yay, you did your first whisper. Well done. There you go. There's the parts, mate. Yeah, really liked it. Next up, we've got Vanhis, and this is a track called Power Surge. There we go. Vanhis and Power Surge. Vanhis is in the chat right now as well. May, thank you so much for sending this in. Guys, please make sure you go and follow Vanhis on SoundCloud as well. Yeah, I really like that. That's the kind of techno that I really enjoy playing and also making myself. Yeah, it's really good. Really good, really nicely balanced. I like some of the something you did with the leads, like using the portamento, or like pitch bending it a little bit for a little bit of like expression. Keeps things moving along nicely, keeps us interested. Yeah, because it's about using like similar ideas or taking a theme within the track and expanding on it in different ways. Yeah, lots of variation, but variation without losing the kind of the mantra and the hypnoticness of techno as well, which is difficult to do sometimes. Yeah, the flow. Yeah. I liked it a lot. I think like the drums or your percussion, just the feel of it, it's called Power Surge, and I think the name Power Surge is really is reflected in your expression of this song, which is it's a really interesting thing, right? Because I know Lance said earlier that he doesn't really have an idea when he goes into the studio. He just does what comes to him in that moment. I found sometimes I have found that if I had a title, even before I started the tune, if I've had a title in my head to begin with, I did this with a track I made called 13. And again, I made this track on a live stream. And 13, I was thinking, what does 13 mean to me? So I was like, evil, Halloween, and then I was putting in organs, I was putting in like sinister pads, and it was helpful for me to have a storyline to express and build upon purely from having a name for it. So I think that could also, even if you wouldn't want to do that all the time, try that as a personal project in a session. Have like a name for the track first, and then see how that dictates where you go with building the track around it, because you might find that you'll reach for different ideas or use different samples or find a different way of like finding a sample for it. You might actually rip something from like an old song, or a piece of a movie track, or something like that. Speaking of which, by the way, if anyone wants to join Guy's Patreon, he's got a new video today that's just dropped in his Patreon. I'll put the link now in the chat. Is that? Yeah, that. And the new video is all about how to rip sound effects and film scores and stuff from old DVDs. So it's quite interesting if that was something that you might want to look into. Hi, J-Can. Then that's the new video that's on there, along with everything else as well. But that can be a really good place, for want of a better word, to find weird samples with a certain theme to them. Is Guy a VHS buff? A VHS buff? I don't think so. What does that mean? He used to have a VHS player. No, this is like a DVD trick. So, like it's all like Dolby 5:1 surround sound. There's a piece of software that you can use that will literally take them off stem by stem. So you can use like the sound effects on their own and blah, 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 that kind of thing. But yeah, if that's something that you might want to look into or know more about, then hit up his Patreon, or just research it on the internet as well. I'm sure you'd be able to find out. It's not like uncommon knowledge, but it's not something that's probably done as much these days, I don't think. But yeah, Power Surge, Vanhis, I really, really like this track. I think it's great. I really do. Thank you for sending it in. Yeah, blah blah blah, thingy thing. That's it. Yeah, when I go and do my masters next year, we'll be learning how to use Dolby Atmos for mastering as well, and I'm really looking forward to that. So yeah, I can't wait. All these new things to be learned. There's so much to do. Can you imagine how much stuff we can do in a lifetime? Like in a whole life. We haven't got that long. We need to do it all. We need to do all of it now. We won't, but we should. It's new to me, Becky. It's new to me. And it's also the future in mastering for music and stuff. So it might not be something that's new in terms of that, but it's something that could, or looks like it will be, taking over the norm of the way that we master things in music. So yeah. Interesting, isn't it? It's something that I haven't ever... I know about it. I remember years ago I went to a studio where we were in the middle of a room and there were lots of different placed speakers. I can't remember the name of the software now, but literally you would be in the middle, and it was a Michael Jackson song that was playing, and it was re-rendered, remastered to be in this like Dolby Atmos, whatever it was, kind of thing. And was it Billie Jean? It might have been. I can't remember. But it was basically, his voice was just going all the way around you, and then like the lead guitar would be over this side of the room, and it was just it was really clever. And it's something that I know people have toyed with over the years, especially with the Dolby 7.1 or 5.1, whatever it is. But the problem with it has always been that if you're in a nightclub, you would need to be in a very specific place for it to sound balanced and even. And in the same way that a lot of nightclubs have typically been mono. And that's why dance music typically for nightclubs was always kind of like checked in mono for mono capabilities. And also because of bass lines needing to be in mono, and kicks because the needle would literally fly out of the record if there was too much stereo width. So, and these things aren't typically that important anymore, which is cool, because it means that we have to kind of unravel those old ways of thinking if we so wish, because times are changing. People listen to music on very different platforms and in different ways, in different formats these days. So like that's why it interests me to find out more about Dolby Atmos and like the need for it, and is there a need, why and where it's relevant, in quite the same way that now people are doing different masters for Spotify, for streaming in general, a loud version, a dynamic version, extended mixes, original mixes, radio mixes. You know, there's a lot of different versions of the same song now, or piece of music, for different setups. So yeah, I find it all really interesting. Not exactly, because you can have mono sound and the master is stereo. What do you mean? I'm talking about in terms of the mono checking things in mono, and the way that years ago you couldn't have anything other than a mono, mainly mono bass line, because the needle would literally jump out of the record. Oh, right, okay. Let me see. The mono is based because of the vinyl. Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? But this is it. Don't you think that means then you kind of like accept that that's true? Because you do, don't you? Like I would, if someone was like, if you have like a preset on a VST of a bass, and it's like got loads of stereo width on it and stuff, you're like, oh no. Even to like multi-band EQing and stuff, I'll have like everything under a certain frequency to be mono, and the rest of it can be stereo if it wants to be, kind of thing. I wonder if those rules, or that will have to be unlearned at some point, or can be unlearned at some point. That would be really interesting. To represent true mono, you need one speaker. You can play mono out of two speakers, but it won't be a true mono. Yeah, didn't we talk about this before? Oh, okay. Yeah, it's, again, I like to revisit the simplest of things because, like I say, maybe in the future we won't even need to worry about things being ultimately mono anymore. But then, like you said, it's not a true mono. And how does that pan out in what we're actually hearing? Does it really matter? You know, those are the things that I want to explore further and unlearn and relearn things. Hi, Retro PT. But I believe that those are things that are more, like, they're definitely things that we need to know as music producers. You need to know this shit. But some of the things we kind of like just accept to be true about music production as electronic music production people. There's a world of difference between that and live recording, rock bands, you know, that kind of, and those different environments. And I know a little bit about that because I did a BTEC National Diploma in Music Technology years ago, and it was all live music based. And it was very different, very, very different. I mean, things a music user won't hear it, some DJs won't hear it, but a producer, good ones, will hear it. Yeah, and at that point, I don't think it matters anymore. I don't think it matters anymore if it's producers will hear it. The only time I think that it matters is if you are having an issue where there's like phase cancellation in a mono environment at a gig. I've heard this happen actually in a track that I think it was one of my own tracks, and I couldn't hear half of the pads. And I always wondered, it was just before I'd actually learned how to make my own music. It was a track that was engineered. I always remember thinking, where's the fucking pads gone? And then I realised later on that it's this mono compatibility thing. One speaker out of phase is the only way mono will be phasey. One speaker out of phase is the only way mono will be phasey. No, because it didn't need to necessarily be the speaker that's the problem. It could be in the mix that you've made, as in like the track that you're making. It could be where the problems originated. Unless I'm misunderstanding what you're saying. Hello, DJ Donut. Good to see you, mate. And the damn filter, so much is killed by high cut and low cut during masterings. Yeah. I have stopped my very short obsession with cutting end to end, anything under 40, 30 hertz and anything above 20 kilohertz. I've stopped doing that. I remember I did it for a bit because people said that you should. But then I was like, well, that in itself can actually create more phasing issues, especially if you use too narrow a shelf. So then you can get even more issues. So if you are going to do that, by the way, probably just use a shelf. Don't like do a hard cut. Use like a nice shelf shape. Yeah, because we were always taught every layer needs that breathe. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, these are really good discussions. I'm always learning. I'm always learning stuff, and then I get told stuff, and then I take that on as being true, and then I don't, because I've not experimented it myself. So whatever anyone says, always try and do your own experiments with it. It's really important. Oh, nice one, Ferg. I'm glad that you've been enjoying them.
Yeah.
As the flat earthers would say, do your own research. Go on. Go and look. It's flat. Hi, Bosky. Everyone go and follow Bosky, please. Next up, we've got... We have got Nike Lin. I hope I'm going to say this right. It's Nike Lindsay King. I hope I've said that correctly. NLK Music, and this is a track called Run. You remember I was saying earlier we mentioned about rock music. I think this is a rock tune. This is a really cool tune. I hope you guys enjoy it. Here we go.
Try to achieve and anything that I could do that I believed in. Now I'm getting kinda old at the season. I pray to God I hear this world before I'm leaving. Children need to be protected, dreaming. Not a life with a neglected meaning. Every year there's so much traffic feelings. So much evil people live without feeling. Here's to all the ones who gave love and talk about the ones who hate. 'Cause someone's gotta make mistakes. 'Cause I'm running out of time and I'm trying to save a life. We've been holding up the light. It's the hardest to face. Can we make it through the night? I don't really wanna fight. Let's just try to make it right. It's the hardest to face. Our destination is so vital for healing, but they continue with the needle point feeding. Round them up for all the killing and stealing. There's people watching, but there's not enough speaking. Too many enemies will fall for treason. I live by energy, but God is the reason. Friends and family will turn while you're sleeping. Listen up to make you sick without you reading. Here's to all the ones who gave love and talk about the ones who hate. 'Cause someone's gotta make mistakes. 'Cause I'm running out of time and I'm trying to save a life. We've been holding up the light. It's the hardest
Wow. I really like that. So yeah, that was Nike Lindsay King. Really cool, isn't it? I was singing along to in my head, I was singing along to the chorus by the second time round, which is a really good sign. So yeah, I can't like comment on anything to do with like the technical thing of it. It's not my area where I'm experienced in, but it sounds really good. Like there might be things that a mixer masterer in this style might have picked up on, but I certainly felt like it all sounded really balanced. The drums sounded really good. I remember years ago when I did my BTEC, we learned all about miking up bands, miking up the drum kits and different kinds of microphones that you'd use, and then like your overheads, and then mixing that all in together. Like it's a very different process to dance music. Very different, a lot more involved, and a lot more like to think about in a lot of ways. But yeah, I really liked it. Really liked it. A lot more to do with like panning things and giving things room. Well, I wouldn't say more. Like it's a different way of working. It's a different workflow. Yeah, I'm just thinking now. Like I quite liked it. I quite liked the kind of hands-on approach of it as well. And I wonder how I could like incorporate that kind of thing into, you know, electronic dance music. I guess with hardware, probably. Yeah, I think it was really good. Someone else, DJ Donut, said great production for a metal track. Definitely, completely agree. Please go and give him a follow on YouTube, guys. And if that's you singing as well, you've got a great voice. Really, really cool voice. Yeah, it sounded like something that I would hear. Like don't really know a lot about rock music and metal music, but like if I heard that on the radio, it would make sense. 100%. Did you learn to tilt the microphone up to the cymbal, not down? Ooh. No. Not that I can remember. I would have forgotten if that was a thing anyway, because I've not used that skill set in a long time. Ah, the best put underneath. Is that a thing? Let's have a quick look. Best placement for microphone on a cymbal. Place the mic over the side of the cymbal about an inch or two above, while making sure it's away from the other drum pieces. That's weird. Well, this one's saying that it should be above, but I wouldn't trust. I'll trust you on that one. Hang on, I think you're wrong.
Keeping the mic close to the cymbal will minimize bleed, but getting too close can cause excessive low end to build up. Remember, this mic should serve to augment the overheads, so we need attack and definition more than we need body. Moving the mic closer to the bell will add more ping.
Yeah, he's doing it on the top. Sample that. Again, right, what were we saying earlier? Do your own testing. Test it underneath, test it above, test it to the side. You were taught differently. Well, there you go. Again, who knows who taught you and in what situation? What were the other instruments? How far apart were they from the microphones? Was it an Omni microphone? Was it cardioid? What was it? And like we all learn stuff, right? We all learn stuff, but it might be wrong. You might have been taught by someone at school who was an absolute dickhead and didn't really deserve the job, did they, Dave? See, Bosky said, I love it on top and underneath. Both have amazing results. There you go. There you go. Thank you, Becky. Yeah, Queen were the ones in Night of the Opera album to break the rules. Always break the rules, but find out why things are best doing it one way or the other. I don't like ultimatums with anything. I don't like it. You know, when you watch these reels of people giving music production advice, and they're like, "This is the best way to sidechain your kick and bass. This is the only way." It's like that's how they're kind of coming across of saying it. Their best way to get the best result. It's not true. And don't believe anyone, not even me. Hi, Lee. Don't even believe a Lee. Just go and try things out. Ask why. Because it could be, it's like Chinese whispers, isn't it? One person says, this is the best way to do it. And then no one checks. Hi, Diesel. You got to check this shit, you know? It's really important. You remember kids did this, or kids do this. Why? And we were like, shut the fuck up. Why is so fucking annoying? But you got to ask why. So what I'm saying is be more childlike. Okay? Like the mono thing, always be okay with asking why. Don't take anyone's word for it. I mean, at some point you have to trust something, right? I do get that. There might be things that you can't work out yourself, in which case cross your fingers and hope for the best. But always ask why. Next up, we have got Ant R, and this is Party. Don't grow up. Don't grow up, Pete. It is a trap. Here we go. And Take a Bow, Mate. Yeah, really, really cool tune. Nice, solid groover. I didn't recognise that vocal, but it sounds to me like you guys saying it's from the Shaman, which is cool. Really, really nice. It reminds me a bit of Twiddle's stuff as well, which is always a good thing. Really, really cool. Yeah, I like the bass line. I love bass lines that move around a lot. So I love hard groove, funky stuff, groovy stuff. Yeah, I really like this one. Oh, Shaman-like. Oh, okay, cool. Okay. And if you guys can go and follow and are on SoundCloud, there is the link. Go show some love. Yeah, I really liked it. The vocal in the track is my 7-year-old. Oh, wow! Oh, what's he saying? Is he saying party? Party. Is that what he's saying? Oh. That is so cute. How lovely. Oh. Oh. I did that myself years ago with one of the girls. I got one of them to read out instructions on how to use reverb in like their very childish voice. It was Sasha. Sasha couldn't say the word reverb. She kept saying reburp. It was so cute. I've still got the recording somewhere where she's saying, you've got to use reburp. Oh, kids, eh? Reburp, yeah. She knew the word burp. But yeah, I love that. I absolutely love that, Anne. Thank you for sending it in. I need to get back to you on that other track as well, don't I? I might do a bit of label work when I finish the stream, just so I can get up to date with things. Shaun Ryder and Dare. Yeah, it had a bit of that feel to it, definitely. I would definitely say that. Yeah, thank you, mate. Thank you for sending it in. Next up, we've got Lee McNeil. I think it's a good look on you. And I really do. I think it's something that you're like, well, I've signed 2 of these tracks of yours now. Like, honestly, it's a really good sound for you. And I think that you're finding really good ways to express yourself with it being groovier and you know, whatever it is that you're doing in the studio, it's working out really well for you. So please keep it up. I love it. What's that machine called again? What machine? What machine? What machine? Oh, you're not going to know, are you? Because you don't know the name of it. Your twang. I still as you to get your twanger out. What? I know you do say that, but I don't know what a twanger machine is. The most underrated machine in producing is the coffee machine. Yep. Oh, the acid type thing. Oh, yeah, when you say get my twanger out. Yeah, that is, well, the original is a TB303 by Roland, but the one that I've got is a Behringer TD3. Yeah, the acid type thing, that's right. The twanger. I think we should just rename it a twanger. I like your name a lot better. Here we go. This is Lee McNeil and Romulus. Romulus. Is that a type of cloud? Romulus? Romulus. Let's have a look quickly. Romulus. No, it's a legendary founder and first king of Rome. So it's not a cloud. Okay. Am I thinking do you know what I'm thinking of? It's a mixture of a cumulus and Columbus. Because Columbus is a type of cloud as well, isn't it? Not the person. Columbus cloud. Is it? Columbus cloud? Oh. Cumulus. Not Columbus. Oh my God. Oh no, there is. There's Oh, okay. It's not exactly Columbus, but yeah, that is my dyslexia showing. So anyway, back to Lee McNeil. This is not a cloud song. This is Romulus. Here we go.
Of the 7 crew members, only one survived. Blowing the creature out of the airlock. We've been searching for it ever since. The perfect organism.
Yes, Lee, I'm so proud of you. I love this track. I love it. I pretty much loved everything that you've sent in as well. I don't know if Lee's in at the moment, but thank you for sending it in. Really nice use of that vocal, wherever that's from. And I really liked the riff. The riff's in my head still right now. There he is, Mr. McNeil. This got picked up by the label I aimed this for. Mate, I'm so happy. I'm so happy for you. It's from Alien Romulus. I've not heard of that. I don't watch a lot of films though. But yeah, I loved everything about it. And I'm so happy that it got picked up by the label you wanted it to go on as well. It's coming out on Tidy too. Yay! Wow. That is epic. What a bucket list moment. That's so cool that you've got a track out on Tidy, mate. Well done. Well done. And I can't say I'm surprised though, because it is a really good tune. I'm gonna let you know last week. That's fantastic. Wow. Thank you so much for letting us play on the show. I'll certainly be doing some more promo for you on it as well once it gets released. So yeah, I love it. Love it. Sounded epic. Nothing at all that I would have said was like, you know, I would always say if it's subjective or technical feedback, neither of which are applicable at all for this. Loved it. And it's not taken you long, you know, from the time that you've been sending music in. I've seen a steady increase in how good your music is and continues to be. And I guess educated guess would be because you're finishing stuff, you're getting stuff done, and you're moving on to the next thing. And of course, that's the best way that any of us will improve at the end of the day. So yeah, I am so inspired by you and really, really happy for you as well. Well done. Well done. Okay, next up we have got... Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Just make sure you keep sending them in, babe. Keep sending them in. But yeah, I'm just really proud that our community and this show is being a part of your journey, because you know who knows where you're going to end up. You know, it's just amazing to see you guys dropping in and telling me all of the stuff that you're doing, and you know what's happening, you know, with your music and how you're improving. And when you're not, you know, that we can sit and have a talk about it and help big you up again and get you motivated basically, and getting you with the right mindset for things. Because God knows it, I definitely feel like you guys help me with mine as well. Can I just say massive thank you for all of the follows. I've not said thank you for a while. Lance, thank you for resubscribing earlier. Thank you everyone else for following. I really appreciate you. We're doing a push for partner at the moment, so I'm trying to keep the numbers up as high as possible. I knew demo drop would be a little bit of a reduction in the numbers, but we've been doing really well on the DJ live streams this week. So long may that continue, and hopefully in a couple of months' time I'll be able to apply for partner. So I'll be really happy if that's the case. Next up, so if you do go away, just keep a tab open. Push it real good. Next up, we have got DJ Marty J McFly, and this is Fire. There we go, DJ Marty J McFly, and that is a track called Fire. Yeah, I love it. It's a very current sounding track. I like the rolling bass line instead of like an offbeat bass line, but it was still bouncy with it. And the vocal was really nice. I love you too, Red Misty. Yeah, it did its job really well. Nicely balanced. Something that I would definitely play. It made me feel good. You know, it had me moving around to it. And that's what matters at the end of the day. In my mind, I was flicking in and out of, am I listening to this piece of music as a just enjoying it? Am I listening to it as a producer? Am I listening to it as a DJ? And all accounts, I was just like, yeah, I really like it. It's a really strong, solid track. Nice. Really nice. So, yeah. You guys, make sure you go and follow Marty McFly, please, on SoundCloud. There is the SoundCloud in the chat now. Yeah, it did sound well made, definitely. One of the tracks on Tony's Japanese trance CD is called Standing Sex. Wow. Wow. There we go. I don't know. I need like a diagram or something. I don't understand how that works. People Like Us is next. This is Where's Your Head At? There we go. Once again, people like us delivering the goods. What an absolute tune. I was just laughing in the chat there because of what Becky said. Oh, yeah. Amazing energy in that. I love it. I always love what people like us does. So thank you so much, Stefan, for sending that in. Guys, you can go and hear it over on SoundCloud. Just make sure you follow that link that I'm putting in the chat now. Go and give him a follow while you're there. Then you will be notified, no doubt, when he uploads more of his tunes. He's got some awesome ones on there, like the Thomas the Tank Engine one that we listened to ages ago. Mixed with Straight Outta Compton. So just some really random stuff. But he does it with aplomb. It's amazing. So yeah, thank you so much. Hello, Martin Guy. How you doing? Hi. And next up we have got Rookie. And this is We Go. So there we go. That is Rookie, and we go. I'm really excited about this track, and I think that fundamentally there are some great ideas. I really like the riff. I like the sounds that you're using in this. There are a few things that weren't sitting right in terms of just the in the bass line and it working with the progression of the melody. And I'll just point them out now because I think that it's important, because it will be the difference between this getting signed and not getting signed. And also it'll be the difference between probably someone playing it and not playing it. Because of as it stands at the moment, this would be the things that would stop me from playing it as a DJ. I've written down some notes as I was listening. So at 4 minutes in, the sub in the breakdown, the sub wasn't following the progression of the melody. It was just flat. And although if that's not technical, it's not too much of a clash. It could be so much more cohesive if that sub was following the progression of the melody. So I'm going to just go back to 4 minutes and show you what I mean. So here. So what I mean there is that sub, although in the beginning it kind of like gives some tension, I think in the second half of it, it should start following the bass. The bass should be progressing to match the melody. Yeah, I think the riff, by just listening to this as a piece of music, I've got a feeling, and there's nothing wrong with this, by the way, that these were MIDI patterns, or at least some of the riff has been from like a MIDI pattern or a pack or something. And the reason why I'm thinking that is because I'm not hearing the melody matching up with the bass line. So it sounds to me like someone's found a riff that they like and they've put it in, but they haven't moved around the bass line to fit with it. So the next bit is at 4 minutes 55. The reason why, again, I'm not pulling this apart, I'm doing this because I want this to be perfect, because it's such a good tune. 4 minutes 55, and this is what the show's about. At 4 minutes 55, the bass line needs to follow the progression for this new riff. So we've got a new riff that comes in at 4:55. Let me just find where that is now. Here we are. So it's on bars 3 and 4, because this is a new riff. That bass line needs to now move around to fit the progression of that melody. Really, really important, just to get it all sounding cohesive, because it just sounds very dissonant at the moment. It's a very, very, very quick and easy fix, as long as you're not using a audio sample for the bass line. If you are, then you would probably need to, the easiest option would be to recreate it in a synth and have it so that you can move the MIDI pattern in the piano roll. So that would be the best way to do that, but that definitely needs to be fixed. What else did I write? There's also a bit of randomness to the arrangement. Cymbal crashes where I wasn't expecting it, but that could be a stylistic or expressive decision. And it wasn't seemingly happening all of the time. It was just like in just a certain bit around the middle. And then the last thing was it's 9 minutes 23 seconds long. We want to have that around 5 or 6 minutes. It doesn't need to be 9 minutes 23. I think it's exciting enough around where I've finished playing it. It was around about 6 minutes 30. I think you'd want to be starting to outro it at that point anyway. You don't need another extra 1 or 2 breakdowns. It's not needed. It's exciting for as much as what we listened to. So yeah, that's what I would say. Make sure the bass line is reflected, is progressing around the melodies, the first one, and then the second riff that you've got later on in bars 3 and 4, where there was a little bit of dissonance. Nice easy fix, and also whittle it down a little bit. Really, really good track though. Really good track, and it's going to be epic when those two things are. If you want to, you don't have to do anything, but I'm just saying those would be the things that I would definitely do, and that's not even something that I'm saying like I would personally do it. Those are technical, objective things that really need to get fixed in order for it to make sense musically. And sometimes you might not be aware of it's music theory that will help you to hear stuff like that, and just listening back to things. Tell Airwave of max 7 minutes. Well, do you know what? On the length thing, just do what you want at the end of the day. But I think a lot of my advice is trying to come at this. Well, there's 2 parts of me. You know this. There's the artistic me. There's the Kate Bushy me, where I am not going to tell anyone what's art and what isn't, what's good and what's not. But there's the other side to me that I have to say something that I think will be helpful for you in order to progress musically and to get stuff signed on labels, because that's ultimately, I know, what a lot of people want. And there's absolutely nothing wrong and everything right with that. So there'll always be those 2. I am running up a hill, yeah, metaphorically. So yeah, I want the best for you all. But remember, this is just my opinion and it's just my advice, the same as anyone else in the chat. Take from it what you want, and you can completely disregard the rest of it. It's only what you feel resonates with you, or stuff that you might even think, well, yeah, I did think that actually, but now I've had a second opinion. Sometimes that can be the thing that will make you then, you know, okay, well, maybe I will change that. I did think that there was something off about it, but I wasn't sure, kind of a thing. So I always find that that's, you know, why any of us like to have people listen to our music, because it helps us to sort out our own thoughts with it. So yeah, no offense given. As an old trancer, I remember these good old long builds in the real great trancer. I know, right? Back in our day. Back in our day. We're so old. Thank you, guys. That is our show today. I'm going to send you all over to Kutski. Push for partner. I might be here tomorrow, but not tomorrow, Thursday. If not, I will see you on Friday. So there. Don't forget, you can join my raffle to win a 3-hour DJ session with me. The link is in the chat now. Please go and get yourself a ticket. Tickets are just £1. Obviously, that helps me as an independent content creator, and also you could win yourself a really good DJ session and learn loads of stuff. So yeah. So go and grab yourselves a ticket. I will see you soon. And thank you again, everyone that sent music in. I love you all very much. I'm so proud of you all. Keep being creative because you matter and your art is important. I love you. Mwah! Oh, better do the raid. Yay. See you soon, guys. No, I love you. Stop. No.